Hey Harmonizers, welcome to a lesson series with Belinda Trussel, dressage, Olympian, and myself. So we like to swap off lessons sometimes, and this is her horse Dave, and this is kind of how he started in a little bit of a catatonic state. And I helped Belinda with getting him more relaxed and getting him more present. He is a hopeful for the Canadian dressage Olympic team in the future. He's a super talented horse, and Belinda is a two-time dressage Olympian. Super amazing to work with, and I'm helping her with the confidence piece for her horses and that relaxation piece, because Dave tends to get so inside of himself and can be a little bit spooky or explosive, but he's super talented as well. So we did some groundwork stuff, including our famous S pattern, which is Belinda's favorite calm connection exercise. And as we worked through some different pieces from the calm connection part of the harmony training continuum, as well as doing some create a yes horse stuff for building confidence, we then started to practice testing him with different distractions and different stressors to help build his confidence. So I started tossing pylons around and being a distraction, and then Belinda was rewarding him for being a good fella and not reacting and not looking. And this is one of my favorite exercises to do with horses to build up their confidence with distractions, is starting with simple things that are kind of far away from them and then getting closer and closer and making them more obvious, and then praising the horse for staying tuned to their rider or their human instead of getting upset and focusing on whatever it is that's bothering them. So I started off tossing pylons further away, and then as you can see, I start to get closer and closer, and the goal is for Dave to keep staying focused on Belinda and for her to just stay focused on her pattern. A lot of times people will do things like stop and let their horse look, but the problem with that is it's not always a practical piece to do with horses. It's not always possible. You don't always know where the distraction's coming from, and ultimately you might be competing like Belinda in a dressage Olympic test, and you don't want your horse to stop and look because you will lose some serious points. So instead, teaching your horse to focus on you can help make it safer, but also set you up for success for competition and just moving forward with distractions in general. So we just kept playing with this exercise for a little while, really upping the ante, throwing things in front of him, throwing things behind him. And this is just one of the many confidence building exercises that I do, but it's just one of my favorite ones to start building that connection and learning to tune out the outside world and just staying focused in on the partnership and what your rider's asking you to do. So over the next several weeks and several months, I'm going to be helping Belinda fine-tune these exercises even more and hopefully get this beautiful, beautiful horse to a place where he's going to be confident in the show ring, which is what it's all about. That's the piece that I'm helping Belinda with. And he's so talented, and we just need to make sure that we keep his confidence growing strong and keep his relaxation, because he's definitely one of those horses that would be called the sleeping dragon, where they seem like they're okay, but really he kind of freezes inside and goes catatonic, not blinking, and gets very stiff. And then he's had some moments where he's had big reactions and Belinda's come off of him. So that's why she's reaching out to me for help, is to help get this horse to be present and not be explosive or reactive, because he is so talented, to just help him reach his full potential. So she is getting help with that for me, and then after I coach her, we swap off, or vice versa, and she helps me with my horse. And with Elysia, as you guys may know, if you've been following me, I've been working on my flying lead changes. There's a whole bunch of fancy stuff from dressage that I want to work on, but we were working on our flying lead changes. So here's a little example of just doing this one little lesson with Belinda. After doing a few little tips, she was able to help me get these clean flying lead changes in both directions. So I'll show you a little look at both directions. And I didn't push Elysia. We got our clean flying lead change going one way, we went the other way, got the other clean flying lead change, and I was like, wow, 2 flying lead changes that are clean in a row. We are going to call that a win and stop practicing our lead changes after that. So here's a little zoomed in look that we get our lead change going the other way. And they were some pretty helpful tips that she shared with me that helped us get that change. And after we did our flying lead changes, I took Elysia for a bridleless ride. So this was actually my first bridleless ride of 2021 because I spent the rest of the year pregnant and having a baby. So this was my first bridleless ride, and happened to do it off-site as well, but she was feeling really relaxed, really calm, felt like she does at home. And our goal for 2021 at the Thoroughbred Makeover is to do our routine with a lot of bridleless riding. So this was our first step, and we did go show jumping or at a jumper show bridleless following this on the weekend, and that was just a great little way to warm up for that. So if you guys want to see the full videos with Belinda and I, where I go into more detail sharing the tips that Belinda shared with me for flying lead changes and the tips that I shared with her to help get Dave more relaxed and more confident, then definitely check out our Connection Club. Those are the featured videos of this month. The Connection Club is at our Harmony Horsemanship Academy. So if you go to harmonyhorsemanshipacademy.org, you'll find our online programs and courses that we have, including the Connection Club, which is a monthly club that has new videos every month and also has all of my Mustang training videos and a bunch of other favorites, and we swap out the content every 3 months of the featured videos to help keep it fresh and new and give you different tips along the way. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope everything's going well with you.